97 hostages are still being held in Gaza. Efrat Machikawa is the niece of Israeli hostage Gadi Moses. Thanks for coming on the programme. I mean, Efrat, first of all, how are you and your family?
This past year was very challenging. Thank you very much for bringing our story to your news. It has been a very long year. Every day is like the previous and the next day, unfortunately. We know it's a year and there are many ceremonies today, but really it doesn't feel different from the day before yesterday or 2 weeks or 2 months ago. We're somehow in a different time zone, and we feel that we are a few days after October 7th, when it was 8th or 9th, and we're still in the dark, like our beloved ones in the tunnels, and we don't know anything about the faith of most of them, including my uncle Gadi Moses, and we don't know about the whereabouts. There are so many questions, and this has been for such a long time, but we live it again and again and again. And today was a bit different only because so many people called, more than the usual. Yeah. Because we were in different gathering in the different ceremonies at Kibbutz Nir Oz, and then later in Kibbutz Gad, a hosting community for the Nir Oz, because they cannot be in their homes. So it was a very, very emotional day, tiring, but though we are exhausted, we can only think of my uncle and the rest of the 100 hostages probably being terrified, lacking sleep and food, and being tortured. We know they are from the stories that other people came and told us. So,
Efrat, tell us about your uncle. Tell us about your uncle, the work he did, and the kind of person that he is.
He is a charm. He is a person you would love to be with. Look carefully at his smile. You see the smile and strong arms. So although he is 80 and he is not 100% healthy, he is a strong man physically and in spirit. And he is an agronomist. He specializes in wastewater and crops like potatoes or carrots or peanuts. So he had been traveling all over the world. He saw every exotic place I could think of. He was there, and used to live a little bit in South America, was in charge of innovation in agriculture over there. So he is a man of people. He speaks to anyone. He knows how to adjust. He's funny. He is hopeful. He is optimistic. He loves good wine, and he has planted with his friends a small vineyard. And sadly, not long ago was the pickup of the fruit, of the grapes, and this was the first time that he was not there to do that. And we miss him a lot. You know, it's so hard to love someone so much, but not know where is he, or how is he, or when will you see him? And we're very, very worried. It has been too long.
You said that he is a very hopeful character. How hopeful are you of Israel's government securing a deal to bring all the hostages home?
My uncle was so hopeful about coexistence and peace. He was a peace activist, and actually he worked as part of working around the world. He was also working with Arab countries in Jordan and Egypt, and indeed with the Palestinians. It's insane to think that the coexistence he believed in actually betrayed him, and he is now behind the border. But because he is so hopeful, I must say I always walked in his steps. And I come from cultural diplomacy background and multiculturalism, leadership within diversity. These are courses I taught in university. And I, unlike my very extreme government, I do believe there is a chance. And I think that now, after the atrocity and the horrific October 7th we experienced, I think the point for a change will be upon the return of the hostages. You know, among the 101 hostages, there are still 5 ladies, young ladies. There are Bel and Doron, Emily, Romy, and Shiri, and the 2 little kids, Kfir and Ariel. Thinking about these women probably being tortured and abused, thinking about the elderly, one of them is Gadi, Oded Lifshitz, Shlomo Mansour is there, and thinking of all the rest that have been there so long. We cannot allow ourselves to be in a position we are not hopeful.
Yeah.
Sadly, we do have to cry that out, not only internationally, but also nationally. And I know it's very important to deal with the security. We all deserve to live securely in Israel, but we have to concentrate on priorities. And the priority now is life, saving life, and stopping the terrible circle of destruction everywhere in Gaza. So I really do believe the responsibility of our Prime Minister is to cease the fire, get the deal. It's not really a deal because they're not material, they're human, so an agreement, and bring them home. That will make a change. That will give hope.
Efrat Machikawa, thank you very much.